Hello, I'm ABX Toycat and welcome back to our video. Today I have a really cool tip to share with you for Minecraft Xbox One and Minecraft PS4, which allows you to get more than one stronghold per world. That's right, something we've been wanting for a really long time is now technically possible on both those versions of the game, and basically the reason this is so exciting is because when the PC first got its strongholds, it had just 3 strongholds per world. They have thousands now, I think, but they had just 3 strongholds per world, and people figured, oh, well, the last gen consoles don't have 3, it just has 1, but maybe the next gen will get that. But sadly, it didn't when the game first came out, and there was no way to, kind of play around with that and get it to happen. However, at some point since the game has come out, there is now a little bit of a glitch/tip which will allow you to get more than one stronghold, either 2 or potentially even 3 in a single world, which I think is really cool, and I'm going to be showing you how to do that in today's videos. Hopefully you all do enjoy this. If you do like it, like and let me know because it helps out the channel, and let's know you do like the glitch/tip videos, especially when it's one this useful, because a second stronghold is so amazing because 1, it's a second way into the end, which is pretty darn useful, 2, it's a brand new structure to explore, it doubles your odds of even finding, the end portal in the first place, and 3, if like me, you generated your world before end portals existed, back in like TU5 or something, now I have a second chance of getting one, which I'm really, really excited for. So yeah, with that said, let's get straight into actually showing you how to do this, and let me just quickly prove that you can get 2 strongholds, because here's my stronghold in my classic size Xbox One/PS4 world. So the way you do this is, it's somewhat predictable, but it didn't work until very recently. Basically what you have to do is you have to take a classic size world, which has obviously a stronghold somewhere in there, and then you need to, find your stronghold, make sure you know what it is, and then, once you've done that, because this is my stronghold, you want to go ahead, exit the game, and expand it. So world expansion is something you might not have played around before, but basically, if you pick a world which isn't a large size world, which I know a lot of people just gravitate to by default, but you probably shouldn't because classic has more stuff densely packed. If you then expand to a bigger world, which we could go for medium first of all, so let's do that. If you expand to a bigger world, either straight to medium or to large, then what you can actually do is potentially find a stronghold if there's one that was meant to generate outside there originally. So to show you what I mean by that, basically, if I had picked a medium world from the bat, it would have generated a stronghold somewhere, far out near the edges, which means that now, so let's actually head in that direction where the new stronghold is, which means now, because it would have generated a stronghold somewhere over there, now what it's going to do is it's going to generate that stronghold anyway, because it doesn't know what's in the classic world. So again, let's just head this far out. It's somewhere near a village over here, I think. Boom. Okay, so now we just dig around from roughly here, and we should be able to find ourselves the actual stronghold. So again, this is the stronghold that would have generated if the whole world had been classic, but boom, here it is, second stronghold in just a single world. So you might be thinking, okay, then that's how you get your 2 strongholds. How do you get a third one? So the way you get a third one is you need a very specific seed. I might have to go around and look for that. Basically, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to find yourself a seed which has the stronghold generating in the large part of the world when it's on large, the stronghold generating in the medium part of the world when it's on medium, and then you also need somewhere which has a classic size. I guess any world will have to do that too. But yeah, basically you need to have like a double kind of thing combined there, which is possible, but let's for now just say 2 strongholds on the same world. You can see this, right? There's one stronghold here, there's one stronghold over there. Isn't that awesome? So just some really interesting facts about this, because as soon as I heard about this, I'm like, okay, I wonder how this happens. Is it a glitch? Is it something else? Basically, there's a couple of things you need to do for this to happen, and in case you want to choose my seed for this, you totally can. But basically, there's a couple of things that that kind of I got from this that made me go, oh, that's kind of interesting. First of all, it's the fact that the stronghold has no similarity to each other. It's not the same stronghold, but a different place. It's an entirely brand new stronghold. So you saw the room I was just in for the other one, entirely different here. It's the same actual room actually, but from a different angle, and then there's different rooms. So it's not the same stronghold structure whatsoever. And second of all, that means that any of the stuff you find around it, although it seems like it's more likely to be the same. I found lots of ender pearl loot here, as well as lots of ender pearl loot in the other one. Although it's more likely to be the same, as far as I can tell, it's not necessarily guaranteed to be that way. So I think, actually, by the way, just kind of show a point here, that this also means that certain rooms, so for instance, if you have a library, my library is really glitched on this stronghold, not on the other one, because a ravine generated first. There's some really weirdities that go on with the fact, like here you can see, ravine that generated before the stronghold. There's some weirdities that go on when you generate a second stronghold, but it isn't just a copy of your first stronghold, and therefore that means it's an entirely different thing. And just another thing that might be worth bearing in mind here is you might think, okay, because you only play console, there's one stronghold. What happens if you light both of these things together? So it is actually quite a simple little solution. Basically, both strongholds will lead to the same place, which means that if you want to, you can just go to whichever stronghold you prefer, which has more end pearls in there first, because then it leads you to the same end. There's no second end for a second stronghold. It's just the same end, and to prove that, let's dig from here all the way back down. We'll quickly turn on keep inventory so we can keep our stuff, and then if we go to the other stronghold and do the exact same thing, we're going to end up in this exact same end with our destroyed stuff. But yeah, just to prove that to you, so here's my spawn, here's my second stronghold, and here's the way over there. Let's just show you that, because again, there were so many things that went through my mind, like what can be possible with this, what's going to be cool, and I think that for the most part, the really cool applications of this is just being like, okay, I can have a second, chancer portal, so here's the end again. As you can see, it took way less time to generate because it's the second time. And also, here's my same way out. So, boom, there's now 2 and potentially even 3 ways to get into the same ends. There's 3 separate structures to explore, which means if you want mossy stone, if you want, all the loot they get, there's now a way at least to get 3 of them by going from going classic, then going to medium, finding the stronghold on medium, then going to large. It's possible, very, very tricky, and requires a specific seed, so maybe just stick to your 2 strongholds now, but still, the fact that it's now possible is really cool. And in case you're curious, it's like, hasn't this always been possible? At least not with my testing. So when Xbox One and PS4 first came out, it was one of the first things I figured, oh, I can do this in my Let's Play world. It did not work then, and at some point, they must have tweaked the numbers. Maybe it was with the last update, because bear in mind, the PC, again, they recently changed the things, so there's now thousands of strongholds. Maybe they changed it to kind of coincide with that. I can't tell you for sure. I can't even tell you if this is a glitch that they're going to patch out. But what I can tell you is right now, there's a way to get a second stronghold, and all you have to do is expand your world. So again, if you did want a third one, now we found the second stronghold, we just have to go out and be like, okay, well, this is all good. Let's go back into the menu, and let's hope there's one on the large. I don't think that's how it would generate, because I checked with large first, but, there's a chance, so just to show how it would work, if you have the perfect seed, which is now something that I really want to do as like a fun little challenge, if you had the perfect seed, then what you could do is you go onto large and do it that way. And in theory, it's going to be so rare that no one's going to ever find it. In theory, you could even get a 4th stronghold this way, because if you had a stronghold which could generate in the small part of the world, which, bear in mind, it's like 80 blocks, in theory, you could get a 4th end portal. The odds would be too far for it to happen, but, if you want to look out for something that you'll probably never find, it's something you can do. But yeah, now we've expanded to large, we've got this first stronghold just over there, we've got the second stronghold, which was, somewhere near this forest, like where I dug down, just over there. And then in theory, if I kept on going past the medium world border and into the large, I could just find a 3rd stronghold. Will I? No, I'm pretty sure I won't. But it's something that is possible, and I'm excited about the possibilities for. So, yeah, hopefully all of you are too. Personally, the biggest thing for me is checking out, going back to my Let's Play world, and just searching that thing like crazy for a stronghold. Now, I know it's possible for one to spawn, and I'd recommend if you want a second one per world, because at the very least, right now, the only way to do it is with super flat, which tons of cheats. This is going to be the only legit way to do it in survival. So, again, if you have some weird purpose where you need that second stronghold, now's the best time to do it. But besides that, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I'll try and get back around to them. Hope you all enjoyed this. Like if you liked it, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them dead on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all for Seed Sunday, which is going to be an amazing seed. It's this one, in case you're curious, and you'll see why it's amazing in a little bit. So, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.